A university professor who is a Tzu Ching graduates organizes tutorials for underprivileged young students. City volunteers provide mobile Buddha Day ceremony for a solitary senior. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Taiwan, Professor Chen Yuenan, who teaches physics at the National Cheng Kung University, was once a Tzu Ching. He hopes to help students overcome difficulties to pursue an education. Therefore, in March 2013, the university opened a tutorial class where junior high and elementary school students from underprivileged families could receive help.
你的梦想是什么？
当一个电竞玩家，成为博士、
科学家、发明家。
We hope to nurture college students who care about the underprivileged in society.
I am picking up students from two places. They're very close to my home, only 5 minutes away.
燕家，今天有一位叔叔跟着我们。我知道。好好，我们走。哇，阿仔，他说他的小孩。
His child Jia Hong scored 3rd place in math.
那个。 学校不是学校呢？
不是学校，我待会问他。
我这样我知道。
反正你很高兴就对了。
我大家拢会惊，爸你学校拢蛮惊到。
叫你厉害，还像个囝。
The junior and senior high school students are more mature, so we have the one-to-one lessons, a family-type tutoring. But the students from the Taiwan University are being trained to become elementary school teachers. Thus, we borrow these skills of theirs and turn this tutorial into the resource for them to practice teaching.
I
hope that while these kids are growing up, it's important for them to have confidence to accompany them throughout their lives. We hope these kids can learn the conduct of these college students as their role models.
When I was little, I had problems in learning things, and it made me feel hurtful. Then I met a teacher who cared about my learning, my growth, and also my life. It had a great impact on me, and then I began to like learning. I also hope to be like that teacher because I want to help children who are like me.
Is teaching students easy? No, I don't think so, because the students don't change immediately after you tell them to. I can deeply sense that in the tutorial. Sometimes it makes me feel powerless. The volunteers told me that we shouldn't insist to have hope, but to insist to be able to see hope.
In Mozambique, Tzu Chi has initiated a work for relief program to financially compensate local volunteers who have put in effort to help out with aid distributions. They're the strength behind the rebuilding of communities in the aftermath of Cyclone Idai. For many of them, Tzu Chi has given them the opportunities to help their fellow countrymen as well as earn an income. Let's meet some of them. These people have been doing a lot of work at Tzu Chi's aid distributions. Coming from Maputo and other disaster areas, they're helping their fellow countrymen get back on their feet in the aftermath of Cyclone Idai. 27-year-old Anura has been participating with Tzu Chi's work for relief program for a week. In Mozambique, which is one of the poorest countries in the world, she has found confidence through this job, serving her hometown.
Without work, I worry about money. It was useless. Staying at home, I would not get any help. Therefore, I've come here. Without this income, I can buy things, including food or clothes. I can buy whatever I need.
E o que eu gostaria para comprar?
For 25-year-old Sempeo, joining the Work for Relief program allows him to support his family. He has never had a stable job. In the past, he worked odd jobs but did farming and earned a meager income. Now he's working, he can fulfill his promise to his wife.
When I bring money home, my wife feels very satisfied and happy. She will use the money to buy daily supplies, including soap, onions, or oil. It is good to work with Tzu Chi because I have learned a lot at Tzu Chi. I learned to help and love other people as well as being grateful.
In the aftermath of Cyclone Idai, Tzu Chi Foundation took in consideration of the average worker's income in Sofala and decided to pay the affected residents nearly $2 a day to participate in Tzu Chi's Work for Relief program.
Currently in the disaster area, we have recruited nearly 510 local volunteers. While recruiting people, we follow a principle. We ask people to work with the spirit of giving without asking for anything in return. After they volunteer with us for about 2 to 3 days and prove that they are willing to follow us to walk the Tzu Chi Bodhisattva path, we will consider providing them with financial compensation. Since they are in the disaster area, their incomes have been reduced. Therefore, we subsidize them. Currently, we have about nearly 200 affected residents who have been working with us for a long time, and we pay them for participating in the Work for Relief program.
There were organizations and the countries. Organization talk about something like Tzu Chi. But even those organizations that came backed by their countries, they already left. So in areas where we work right now, the only organization that is there is actually Tzu Chi Foundation.
Nós vamos plantar a Fundação Tzu Chi em Mozambique e ela vai terminar.
They are affected residents and also the people who can rebuild the country. They have also taken on the responsibility to become the seeds of love. Local volunteers have modified a famous song, saying that with the light of Tzu Chi, we do not look at the past, but we move forward. Walking on the path to rebuild their hometown with love, the local volunteers are singing songs that are special for them. The Taraba Social Education Center in Jordan cares for refugee children from Syria as well as other countries. Since the beginning of 2017, Tzu Chi has given material assistance to the center and also supported the staff here to conduct humanistic education. All of the staff here love and care for the children and other disadvantaged groups. They hope to help the children pursue a better future. To help the children of Syria, many schools in Jordan allow Jordanian students to attend class early in the morning, as well as Syrian students in the afternoon. And when these children have nothing to do, they go to community centers like this to engage in extracurricular activities.
The Jordan Hashemite charity organization founded by Prince Hassan runs the Tarabo Social Service Center, which is open to all ethnic groups. This place has been supported by the Tzu Chi Jordan branch from 2017.
Before 2017, there was a Danish refugee foundation that supported this center. They did it for 2 years before retreating. It's quite an important educational resource for young people, as the center provides a lot of help to refugees.
After Tzu Chi began supporting the center, love and humanitarian education was able to affect the change in these students.
When we just started, the children were really naughty. There was volunteers who broke a child's arm. From this beginning, we started to say that we use love and compassion to teach these children. We don't use violence to control them.
Documenting volunteer who came here 3 times filmed the story of a young Syrian girl, Ritaz, and was quite moved by her story.
What really moved me was coming here. There are many Syrian refugee children who are quite happy when they play. At the time, the director treated them very well, hugging them and kissing them. This type of care money cannot buy.
The fact that refugee children could come here and draw, sing, dance, and get a new start in Jordan was one of the key aspects of why this center was important.
About the Syrian trauma, you can tell that it was in the beginning, when it started going to 2011. And now we are the practical step. We consider Tarabot as a practical step that make the joining with the two communities, the Syrian and the Jordanian, under one sky, which is Jordan.
In 2013, Ibrahim escaped with 3 young children. In Syria, he was an English teacher, and now with no work, he wants to dedicate himself to the children.
My friend called me and said a lot of kids to come here and play with you and give him pencils, pen. I'm very happy today.
For Syrian refugees, this community center is a very important place for them to regroup and find the love that they will need in their future life.
The second Sunday in May is the day for Tzu Chi to hold the Buddha Day ceremony. Some seniors with mobility problems cannot attend the ceremonies even if they want to. Among them is Grandma Liu in Taichung, who has been reading Buddhist sutras and studying Buddhist teachings. She always wants to attend the ceremony. Upon learning of her situation, Tzu Chi volunteers went to her home to hold the ceremony so she could realize her dream. Let's join them there.
Tzu Chi volunteers came to Grandma Liu's home to decorate the Buddha statue stand and put 2 carnation flowers on it, making the place warm and majestic. Mrs. Liu lives alone and cannot move around freely, so Tzu Chi volunteers came to her home and allowed her to attend the ceremony.
I really want to thank the volunteers for coming out of their way to pray for me. I am filled with gratitude to them.
Tzu Chi volunteers began visiting Grandma Liu 2 years ago, but she was not used to their visits as strangers. But after the volunteers had visited her a few more times, she opened her heart to them. Grandma Liu is able to celebrate her birthday with some people for the first time. The volunteers are also concerned about her health.
We
could help her with her illnesses. After we have helped her, she felt much better spiritually. With the Master's teaching, she can feel much at ease and happy.
Grandma Liu, who reads Buddhist sutras often, never thought she could attend the ceremony to honor the Buddha. Being mindful, Tzu Chi volunteers have helped her realize her dream.
In Taiwan, Jingsi drum team member Xu Yuci has learning disabilities, so it is not easy for her to remember the music and the movements at the same time. Therefore, she practiced diligently every day, and her mother supported her with companionship. Despite suffering illness on her left hand, her mother still recorded all of her rehearsal videos for her.
After dinner, Xu Yuci seized the time to practice again and again, looking at her cell phone.
If 3 times a day is not enough, I'll practice 1 more time, so 4 times in total.
Knowing that she learned slower than others, she practiced diligently.
She likes it, so I'm very supportive, and I accompany her all the time.
Her mother takes action to support her by recording all of her rehearsal videos. Although her mother has blood tumor on the left hand and can only hold the camera on the right hand, she still wants to fulfill her daughter's wish.
She wants a breakthrough, so she wants to perform at the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall.
The mother and daughter has a common goal to perform well at the Buddha Day ceremony. On the other hand, Lin Wei-chen, who's in 7th grade, participates for the first time. He also has a wish.
It's Mother's Day that day, so I want to perform for my mom.
As long as you have the thought and say it to me, I'm already happy.
With a heart full of filial piety and confidence, these drum team members will move everyone with their exciting performance at the upcoming event.
23-year-old Lin Jingjia has an intimate relationship with her mother. She was unwilling to join Tzu Chi, but out of love for her mother, she was willing to become a volunteer and join the Jingsi drum team. Her dedication to Tzu Chi is the best Mother's Day gift for her mother.
我从被动的被强迫来，变成自愿性来，然后也感觉到，跟妈妈的互动也是有越来越好。
Lin Jingjia is a Jingsi drum team member, and she's about to perform at the Buddha Day ceremony, comparing her involvement now before she used to refuse to join.
At first, my mom accompanied me to come because she forced me to do it, so she has to come with me.
When the community lacks manpower, they ask us to encourage the children and young people at home to come, so I invited my daughter first.
Since the daughter was in elementary school, Tzu Chi volunteer Wu Xuehui started inviting her to join. It wasn't until she entered the work world that she was finally convinced.
She had many Tzu Chi activities, so at first I thought that if she can't be with me on weekends, then I will go join her events.
How can you leave me alone at home over the long weekend? So she went to Hualien with me.
She begins by accompanying her mother to be a documenting volunteer. Later on, she joined the Jingsi drum team to shoulder a greater responsibility.
At least now I don't have a sore leg, or I wouldn't be able to walk the next day after practicing. I used to be very exhausted and my legs shaked after practicing, but now I'm fine. My mother is very happy to see me coming, and she's glad to accompany me.
Tzu Chi volunteers asked why she came, and she said that it's Mother's Day, so she wants to give me a gift. That's how I know. I'm very glad that we can be on each other's side.
Other than the drum team, Lin Jingjia also does recycling in the community after work. She has practiced filial piety by accompanying her mother to do things she likes. They shared an intimate and meaningful relationship together.
Lin Wenbing is from a mixed tribe in Hualien. When he was in the 2nd year of high school, his aunt fell ill with breast cancer, and he wanted to care for her. This led him to study nursing. Although she passed away before he graduated, he kept his love for her and honors it by caring for other patients in the hospital. Let's meet this dedicated nurse.
Lin Lu Wenbing is a 20-something who has been a nurse for 3 years. His particularly skill is inserting IVs.
Because our patients with pulmonary conditions may experience a change in their condition, it may be difficult at times to insert this IV needle. If we can't put a needle in the patient, we'll ask him for help. Sometimes he's willing to use time after work to help younger nurses do this. So in this regard, his technical skill gets better and better.
His interest in entering this particular profession was inspired by an aunt who he wanted to care for.
Because my aunt was sick, I wanted to take responsibility to care for her. At that time, I decided that I wanted to study to become a nurse.
After graduating from Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology, he started this work. He is from an Amish tribe from Hualien. Though he traveled far away to Jiai's Dalian Tzu Chi Hospital to serve, he is determined to help others, though his biggest challenge was a matter of impermanence.
There are patients still in front of you talking, and I'm administrating drugs, and it suddenly lost consciousness. I couldn't accept this loss. I still feel guilty that I wasn't able to save someone.
He was originally sent to the intensive care unit, which may be stressful and new to him because he has no emergency room clinical experience.
At that time, I cried when I went to work every day. I even cried when I got off work. Every time I tell myself this is the path that I chose, and I have to be brave as I go forward.
I'm also grateful for what he learned in ICU. He got some good experience, which is very useful in our ward and our medical team. Our doctors like his work.
Taking care of patients, giving injections, assisting with medication and emergency treatment, as well as calming patients and family are part of the full-service care he provides. He bravely faces all of these challenges as he cares for his patients.
The patient at the end of his life facing impermanence may need me to change his clothes. When pulling out the tubes, I tell them that they work hard and there's still no more illness as they are going home. At that time, there may be tears in my eyes because it makes me think of my own aunt.
Although his aunt couldn't wait for Wenbing to graduate and serve as her nurse, he has taken the same enthusiasm and love to care for other patients.
In Zhanghua, a 10-year-old child, Xiao Jun, has developmental disorder, which led his parents to give up caring for him. From a young age, he was given to his grandparents, who then entrusted a nanny to care for him. Due to her loving care, he has developed confidence and excelled in school. He and the nanny have become inseparable, although they are not related by blood.
10-year-old Xiao Jun is like other kids his age in his love of dinosaurs. Unfortunately, his family situation is a little more complicated than others, as he is cared for by his nanny instead of his parents. His grandparents were entrusted with custody of him at a young age, though Miss Lu has been caring for him since 3 months of age till now.
What I like the most changes every year and it's different. But what I forever love are these spinning tops.
He has unlimited energy to play because he has Asperger's syndrome.
An inability to concentrate along with emotional troubles has made it difficult for him to be placed in a kindergarten. Still, Miss Lu does not give up as she believes that this child has strong logic and high learning ability, as she accompanies him to receive early treatment. They even found a suitable daycare, and now he has many certificates testifying to his math ability.
He's like 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 child, a diamond in the rough. It is a testament to this teacher that he has been able to shine through her care.
Miss Lu is also a single mother whose daughter passed away 11 years ago because of a car accident. Her pain has been slightly alleviated by caring for Xiao Jun.
Some people say that raising him has been difficult. I don't think this is true because he also kept me company for so many days. I believe our relationship is more important than family ties.
Although they may not be related by blood, they have formed a deep connection.
Thank you for taking care of me and letting me become so big and strong. Thank you.
Tzu Chi's headquarters will hold a Buddha Day ceremony on the second Sunday in May. In preparation, the teams with different functions rehearse diligently for the event under the sun. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.